Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Kubera Season 2, hopefully episodes 13, 14, 15, and 16. I'm going to do 4 this week. I am running a bit behind, it's already like midnight as I'm recording this pretty much, so it's going to be up late for you, but even though that's the case, I mean, you're all probably used to it by now. I saw that we're starting the Weapon of a God or the Weapon of the God, something like that was the arc name, and it was 8 parts. So I was like, I don't want to split it up all unevenly or anything. I'll do 4 this week and 4 next week. I'm sorry that I'm always so behind. I wish I could record at like 10, 11 in the morning and then like have the video out for you by noon or so, and I would have the ability to do much more. That would be very nice. Hopefully in the future I can get there somehow so that I can have these videos up earlier, and I just want to have more time to work on side content for Kubera, work on reviews, because that's something that I've enjoyed doing for Kubera, more rankings, more discussions. I want to do more like that. Of course, it'll become easier to do more as I get more caught up, but you get my point. And do longer read-throughs. I'd love to do more than just 3 chapters, though again, doing too many chapters a week can kind of backfire on you, because then it gets harder to remember and break down every single individual one when you're doing too many at a time. But I'm going to do 4 this week and 4 next week, presuming that they aren't like crazy long. But I've been loving this new arc. I've been loving Kubera in general. I think Kubera is very quickly. A lot of you liked it last week when I was like, I really want to get more people to do their own reactions and read-throughs and stuff. But then again, if they do, it feels like they'll probably catch up. They'll probably pass me, catch up more quickly than I am. But I just have loved Kubera so much that I'd love to see more people's opinions on it and everything. But either way, let's just start reading episode 13, I guess. Gandharva, what is he doing? Okay, so this time we're focusing on Sagara's point of view to start out with. Last arc we jumped around to a lot of points of view. It felt like in season 1 we would kind of go back and forth, where we would focus on like the stuff happening at Atera. Then we'd focus on the traveling group with Liz and Asha. Then we'd focus back on Atera. Like arc to arc we would jump back and forth between the different places where the story was taking place. But now it feels like everything's happening right here at Calibloom. Yeah, we're in Calibloom. For some reason I was about to say Rindhollow. I think I did that last week because they just mentioned Rindhollow. But yeah, we're at Calibloom and it's kind of all just surrounding here. And it feels like we had a bunch of different perspectives just in single chapters even last arc, so I feel like we might be continuing with that. But either way, we're starting with the Shura side of things with Sagara. Although he's in his weakened state, sorry, but I don't think he'd struggle with killing a human. I get what they mean. Again, some of those things that happen with translation, not always perfect English, but I get what they mean. Was he not able to approach the priestess yet? This is frustrating. For our transcendental skills to work without interruption, the closed space of chaos has to be broken, so that we can use the transcendental skill to break the closed space of the earth. It's interesting to note that the closed space of chaos disrupts both magic and transcendental skills. I guess I have no choice but to stay here and wait. Sagara, Marana must have arrived ahead of us. Do you think we don't need to search for him? Find him? What for? He's as stuck as we are anyway. As long as the closed space of chaos is still on, all he can do is sit and watch. Okay. Season 2, Chapter 13, The Weapon of a God, Part 1. We have Temple of Destruction, Level 1 Danger Zone. One must be accompanied by a magician with a permit. And then, alright, let's begin. I wish this was altered by Lorraine properly, but even if this hasn't been altered yet, I would be ashamed of myself if I can't use this staff when I'm the Priestess of Fire. I'm wearing a fireproof suit just in case. Okay, so we have Brilith. And since I've come to a danger zone where no one should be around, this shouldn't harm anyone. I should concentrate. I don't want to stay a priestess who's always protected by someone. I need strength. I need And we have this eruption of fire. I love this panel. It's so cute. And somebody's laughing, probably Agni. Yeah, of course. Could you stop laughing? But it's so funny, Brilith. You really suck at silent magic. There are so many people who can do flame mastery, although they have varying levels of control, but you can't do this at all when you're a priestess. Flame mastery, a silent magic to control fire, no verbalized spell needed, a type of specialty. I like that we're getting this. That's a cool addition, where you could have people that can just... We know that the different magics are basically different elements, kind of. But the idea that you could have people that are masters of specific, I guess, specific types of magic who can just silently, almost passively use it. Like you can just control fire without the need of a specific spell or anything. Or maybe if somebody was really good at, what's the teleportation one? Is it Vayu? If you were like really good at that, maybe you could have a character that's just insanely good at teleporting around, although like without the spell. And you know, there probably have to be drawbacks. They probably wouldn't be good at other things other than that, but just the idea of people being like good at certain types of magic without needing the actual spell itself is a cool concept that I'm glad they added. The abilities needed for effective use of spells like Hodiagni or fire attribute items. If you fail to use the mastery, you may even die by using your own magic. Okay, and not only is it a concept of you might be able to use magic without needing to verbalize the spell, but also the idea that when you do use the spell, you need a certain base level of being able to use that magic. Like you need a certain, like, even slight base level of flame mastery so that you can use your Hoti Agni spells without hurting yourself. This is why I asked him not to come along. Oh well. I knew he would come even if I told him not to. If you're only going to laugh at me, please return to the temple. You're disrupting my practice. Brilith, not being able to use silent magic is actually a good thing. You see, this thing called silent magic wasn't originally meant for humans to use, so the more humane the magic is, the harder it is for them to use it. The desire for strength, lack of compassion for the enemy, a cold-hearted willingness to sacrifice everything else for the sake of one's objectives. These are the qualities that make a magician proficient in silent magic. Okay, that makes sense. I don't want to look too far into it too early. But seeing those qualities is an interesting thing to note. It has nothing to do with the right or wrong of the objective. Even if it's for a righteous objective, there are times when you have to give up something humane during the process. And we see somebody coming in. The shock. So I guess this is where Ron is. We really are jumping around. Controlling the path of a lightning spell. I heard it's the rarest type of all silent magic. That's amazing. Yes? What did you just say? I didn't say anything. I was wondering where you were so early in the morning, and here you are practicing some useless magic, huh? Yes, you're right. The ability is inefficient. It consumes more vigor than it's worth. But here in Calibloom it is useful. You never know when you may need attack magic. And then... Teendra, all the good guys wiped out. So again, if their actual calculated spells are disrupted by the chaos barrier, then at least using some like base level silent magic is like a useful skill. And if we're disrupted by the close space of chaos, a serious accident may occur. Controlling lightning is especially dangerous here. Silent magic is essential. Hey, hang on. Then why'd you shock me as well in the Forest of Chaos? You could have used silent magic to control your lightning back then as well, right? I made a mistake since I haven't used it for so long. That will not happen anymore. No, you were about to say something else, weren't you? Tell me the truth. You did it on purpose, right? Let's go back to our accommodation. I have a lot to do today. The Magic Guild in the morning, and the Temple of Earth in the afternoon? Hooray! I was wondering if I had to go there by myself. Thanks, Asha. Oh, yeah. That's strange. I'm sure I heard that you were headed to the Temple of Chaos. Are you listening properly? Yep, you don't seem like you are. I am. I kind of miss Rana a little bit, even though we didn't see her that much. I think that her and Ron's relationship was really cute. I would have liked to have seen more of her. By the way, the Temple of Earth. Do you have some particular reason to go there? Ron, that's because of this bracelet. But oh, that's because, and she stops, of this bracelet. But I can't say that. I almost forgot. I've always wanted to visit the Temple of Earth. Oh, for his girlfriend, Lise. You'll go on your way once we check our exam scores. Why would you care about us going there? And then his face. Fine. Sorry for caring. I feel like already, if I were to do the tier list again, even though it's been only a dozen chapters, really, I think already I would put Ron even higher. What an asshole. Lisa's a saint for coping with your personality. Calibloom Magic Union. You're here to check your exam scores. Those of you who'd like to check your scores, please follow me. Lise, wait here with Yuta. Don't go outside. Okay. Yuta, let's go look around the gallery. We have nods. You want to compare your scores. You took your exams at different unions, right? It may be difficult to decide on a victor unless the margin is large. That won't be a problem because my scores will be way higher. Well then, let's check it out. And then we have both of them looking. Okay, this is cool. So we get like extra information on each of them. So we have Ashirahiro and Ran Sirafe, pure blood female, born D996, and quarter male, born D980. Examination Center, Rintalo Magic Union, Administrator Lila Hemawati. And for him, it's the Examination Center, Misty Shore Magic Union, Administrator Elena or Aline Hayes. I haven't seen the actual characters, so I'm not sure if it should be Elena or Aline. From what I know about Korean, it's probably Aline, to tell the truth. But, yeah, not sure without actually seeing the Hangul itself. And then first exam is 100 of 100, and for him it was 815 of 1000. The second exam for her was 515, and his was 988. And the third exam for him for her was 279,000, and his was 100,000. The fourth exam for her is 0, and for him is 101,000. So it seems like you can't, like, from the exact exam scores, you really can't, like, say that she's particularly greater than him from, like, it's like she got a perfect score and his score was imperfect, but there was also a larger amount of possible points, which means that the judging was maybe going to be stricter. The second exam, we don't know like what they were scoring on for that, and for his third exam there was a limit, but for hers there was no limit to it, so we just don't, like, it's hard to judge. And the auto-generated rank for each was A+ and AA, but the final rank given was A++ for Asha, and his was downgraded to BB. And we get to be continued there. I didn't think we were going to end on that. So I wonder what they'll have to say about their scores. Like, maybe I'm getting the wrong read on this, and maybe this is really, really impressive and a big gap for Asha. But really what I see from it is that they're both really, really impressive. Going into Season 2, Episode 14, the two of you surely have incredible scores that fits your fame. One of you were the only A++ magician in existence, and the other one is the first magician to ever score a perfect score on the third exam of the Misty Shore Magic Union. I'm honored to be the one to decide the winner. And then we have the Weapon of a God Part 2. I have agreed to give you, Ron Sirafe, a AA rank promotion, but there were many people against it because you lack a university degree. At any rate, it won't be possible to make a decision based on rank alone. Even though A++ may mean AAA, it's still lower than AA, along with it being a new rank created by Lila. So if we compare the scores of each exam, Ashirahiro has a higher score in rapid calculation, when Ron Sirafe has a higher score has a higher divine affinity score. For the third exam, both of you hold the record from each union, but the comparison itself is not possible since Ransairafe's score was limited to 100,000 points. So it's a tie up until this point, which makes the fourth examination the deciding factor. But Ashirahiro was unable to take this exam due to not having a triple attribute, so it can't be used to compare. No, whether I took it or not, a 0 is a 0. I thought I could win even without the closed space score. I was too confident. Since I lost, I'll pay that 10,000 gold right now. Tell me your account number, Ron. And he vanished. Huh? Oh, is it because I just realized I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I haven't looked at what he said yet. I'm so dumb. It's because when their scores came up, it said pureblood female on her score chart. That's probably why. If so, this is a very funny scene, but I'm also kind of disappointed because I thought it would have been funny for Ron to just keep going basically the rest of the series thinking that Asha's a guy. Just continuing that on, I think would have been funny. But you look so good in those glasses. Did you know they were made by my brother? Anyway, could I borrow them for a second? I think I'm seeing things from lack of sleep last night. Thank you. I'll send you a pair of the newest version for free when it comes out. Let's see, Ashirahiro, pure blood. What? It's still the same. So, it is the data that has an error, not my eyes. An error? Huh? Don't you see it? It says you're a female. I guess you were too impressed with my scores that you didn't even see that wrong data. I guess you cannot always rely on the Magic Union data. Don't tell me they made mistakes with scores as well. Excuse me, Ransairafe? There's nothing wrong with the data. Ashirahiro is female. And we have these panels. That's so funny. The shot of him like that, then looking towards her, then recoiling. You do know that your reaction right now is extremely offensive, right? But you said you were a guy. When did I say that? But, you know, you're transcending fashion pioneer of this age. That was not it. She was just wearing what girls wear? Now that I look at it, those are totally girly legs. How could I have not seen them before? Now that I think of it, there was nothing about her to determine she was a guy. I guess I was just wrong all along. Well, at least I know the truth now. No, wait a sec. Is he going to think about when he walked in while she was in the shower and still thought she was a guy? That won't be enough. Think of everything I've done because I thought Asha was a man. And we have all of these moments and he's just mortified. And what about Rana? If Rana is a female, what happens, or if Asha's a female, what happens to Rana? If you have nothing more to say, we should... Wow, you nearly fooled me there. How could you hack the Magic Union server just to hide your gender? I love the one blonde one's face. Don't be fooled, everyone. Asha's a man who's only pretending to be a girl. He even said he judges women based only on their boobs, not their faces. Chapter 84, bringing up the receipts. Oh my, is that true? And that's how Ransairafe crossed the river of no return. Oh, they have a theme exhibit based on Shuras? I really wanted to see something like this. Let's see how many of them I know. And this is such a cute scene. I freaking love Lise and Yuta. Ananta Tribe Rakshasa, D920, Willarv near Atera, I'm assuming. I saw so many of them on the way here. Since they're so common, they're the ones that look like snakes. And now we're getting more direct, explanation of the different Shura tribes. That's cool. Vritra tribe, half. D820, approximately, Taitalika. Vritra tribe are dragons, right? Mr. Cossack we saw in Misty Shore is the only dragon on our planet, so I guess I'll never fight with a dragon. Yaksha tribe, Upani. D1000, Willarv near Calibloom. Oh. Okay, so this one doesn't say Willarv, it says Taitalika, so is that a completely different planet? These are the ones that look like normal animals, right? They did appear here and there, too. They must not be that rare. Kinara tribe Rakshasa, and then Willarv South Pole D933. Huh? What are these? I've never seen anything like it before. Whatever. I should just skip the ones which I don't know. I'll ask Asha when she comes back. The next one is, Garuda tribe Rakshasa, D916, Willarv near Eloth. And she freezes up. He starts riding. Doesn't this one look cooler than the other ones? Poor Yuta. He doesn't know. It looks disgusting. Poor Shuras that look like birds, especially the white and red one. Wait, hold up. I was too focused on poor Yuta, but she's saying especially the white and red one, which he should recognize. I'll never forget it. I'm gonna kill it. I'll kill it with my own hands. For sure. I don't have time for this, right? I should look through everything before Asha comes back, so I can show off. The characters, like the comedy these two chapters has been incredible with Ron and Asha, and now with Yuta and Lise. But not only has the comedy been incredible, but the character work is so good. So good. And then when I study hard. Yuta, let's look at this side too. Wow, what is this, Gintarva? Oh wow, Yuta, look at this. This one's the king, not just a minion. How could someone draw something so big? Is this like an imaginary picture or something? Man, poor Yuta, though. Here, if you have this, you'll be able to hide your transcendental value. What about you, brother? If you give this to me, I don't need it, because I'm strong. Plus, I have the skill to hide my transcendental value. But I can't always just take things from you like this. You don't need to say that. Just get stronger and come back. That'll be enough for me. What is this? Why did I just think of my brother all of a sudden? There could be countless other Garudas who are white and red, along with the possibility of him being on this planet is so unlikely. I'm sure my brother and Lise must have nothing to do with each other. It has to be, it must. And now we're seeing him to be continued. That was a great chapter. Like, even better than the last. Last chapter was very, very good. This chapter, even better. Even better. That was so good. Okay, incredible one. Let's move on to the next. Season 2, Chapter 15, The Weapon of a God, Part 3. Everyone outside, sulking. I am now trying to figure out what I can do from now on, so that I can resolve this situation with the least amount of embarrassment. How dare you pretend to be a girl, you boob maniac? Lost his mind. Asha's face still. Pavadi no, please don't, Asha. Ron Syrafe, please shut up. Am I crazy or what? It would not have been enough even if I apologized right there, but instead I said those stupid things. This has to be in the top 5 of all the stupid things I've done in my life. Not 3rd, maybe 4th. No, maybe it is 3rd. Whatever the ranking is, I should apologize to Asha as soon as I see her. I'll sincerely apologize if I tell her that I won't accept the 10,000 gold for being stupid. That could work, right? No, Asha seemed pretty loaded herself. Maybe 10,000 won't be enough. Then 100,000, is that too much? Who cares? I have nowhere to spend it on anyway. Or on Syrafe. Oh yeah, I should apologize first. Hey Asha, about earlier, I'm and then we have the other two. So I was sort of crazy. Haha. Why am I not apologizing? Anyway, everyone makes mistakes in their life, right? I won't ask for the 10,000 gold. So be a man and let's forget about... And then just the most bloodthirsty smile, the most malicious smile in the series. I didn't mean a man, I meant be a woman. Oh my god, my mouth, I want to sew it shut. 10,000 gold is charity. You see me as a hacker, boob maniac, and beggar. No, I didn't mean it like that. Stop talking nonsense and tell me your account number. If I accept her money as well, I'll really become trash. And we're already through the channel, so there's nothing I can do for Asha now. Wait, something I can do for her. That's it. That reminds me, Asha. You were going to get those god level items altered, right? Yes, so what? To who are you going to ask? Do you know any high-ranking creation magicians? I do, but since I cannot go way back to Atera, I'll try to find someone here. Why do you ask? If so, you should give me those god level items instead of the 10,000 gold so that I can... No. Shut down. Hey, let me finish. Hey, I only take real life stuff. Huh? So don't transfer the money to my account. Just give me 10,000 gold in cash. Can you give it to me right now? No, right? Then give me those items as a deposit for the gold, and when you bring me the gold, I'll give them back to you. We can drop a contract if you can't trust me, and don't worry, I won't sell your items. But I need to get the items altered if I give them to you. Get them altered. I'll do it. Just tell me, how do you want them altered? Wow, Ron, you know how to alter items? Nope, not at all in this panel. It's so cute. I freaking love Kubera. Kubera's art is some of my favorite. I love Kubera's art. And in this panel too, it's so good. Have you forgotten? I only have water attributes. The spell for altering items is Bhavati Brahma. That magic can only be used by someone with a creation attribute, so someone like my older brother. Your brother is a creation magician? Yes, have you heard of Lute Syrafe? No. Anyway, Asha Rahiro, how about it? I don't think you'll be able to find a better magician than my brother, even if you seek one out yourself. I think the terms are pretty good, don't you think? Yes, those aren't bad conditions on my end for sure. But why would you make this kind offer to me? Oh, that's because I'm so... and we can't get it out. Anyway, if it's all settled, I'm going back to the hotel first. Huh? You aren't coming to the Temple of Earth with us, Ron? Why would I go there? I have no business there, and the Temple of Earth... He stops and looks away. You'll know what I mean once you get there. Why would he say that? Is it difficult to get there or something? How hard could it be? It's within the city. It can't be that bad. I was dreaming when I said that. Temple of Earth, 9,050 meters above sea level. Lee's looking at the sign. The art is so good. 9,050, just how high up is it? We see this massive bald mountain. Wow, it's incredibly high and I don't see any roads. But it's all good. I have Asha's teleportation. Asha! Hoti Vayu. And she leaves. The art is so good. Huh? Is it a message from Asha? You may suffer from altitude sickness if you go up too suddenly, so you shouldn't. Because of altitude sickness. Asha was worried about me. How thoughtful. Does this mean there's another way we can go up slow? And then, you shouldn't go up too fast. Just crawl up the mountain. And then, the face. That's not thoughtful at all. To be continued. Another incredible chapter. I think it would have been nice if Ron would have apologized, of course, but it's just more character work that we're going through with him and Asha and all the others. And of course, the comedy continuing to be incredible. Kubera is so good at comedy and I respect it so much. That's something that I've talked a lot about with the other stuff that I'm reading right now that I love. I love that Chainsaw Man will just be weird and goofy and funny and not take itself too seriously. And the same goes for Marriage Toxin. Marriage Toxin has hilarious nonsense comedy even during serious plot lines. So it just has crazy, over-the-top, Fast and Furious-esque like action where the action is just cartoonish at times. And I love that. And so I love that Kubera as well, most of the comedy here is with the characters and their interaction, just isn't afraid to have their characters be funny, have their characters be goofy, and to really, really drive it home with the art. The art is so fun in Kubera. Kubera is so fun, and I love it. So yeah, I thought while reading this so much, I was like, I really do hope that like some of the other people in my circle, a lot of people are reacting to Tower of God, a lot of people are reacting to Omniscient Reader. I hope at some point when maybe they're caught up with some of the other stuff they're doing, I would love to watch some other creators covering Kubera. I think it'd be so fun to see some of them pick it up. But yeah, with that aside, with that out of the way, we got one more this week, so let's read chapter 16. Okay, time to finish things out. We have Creation Brand Artrum Calibloom Branch. So we have number 1 Creation Brand Artrum Service Center, and the other sign says Rockruss. Just taking it in case it'll be important. Mr. Ron Syrafe, we just received a reply from Mr. Lutz Syrafe. Oh, what did he say? Did he say to send it to him right away? He says he'll try to alter the height of bondage, so if you leave it here with us, we'll deliver it to Eloth. What about the neutral bow? And then, let me read this sign. Delivery fee perks. Delivery fee per kilogram. We have Aero Plateau 6/0.00, and then same for Eloth. And then deliveries prohibited to Rind Hollow, Atera, and Misty Shore. I guess maybe it would be too difficult to deliver to them because you would need to go around or through the channels at this point, which is difficult. For other areas, inquire needed. Inquire needed. He says the bow doesn't need to be altered since Riche already had Lorraine alter it and it's finished. Okay. What? But I thought the use of the bow's unknown. He said the way to use it is not possible to alter. The item was originally made to be used by only one person. So the only thing Lorraine altered it was expanding that limit by decreasing the power of the item, so that anyone can use it as long as they know how. A god-level item made just for one person. Who could be that one person? I have no idea. The neutral bow itself fell from the sky in year N5. The shock from the landing of the bow was so huge that the surrounding forests of the landing spot got totally destroyed. It fell from the sky in year N5. Okay. Again, all of that I'm assuming is going to be really important in the future, so I'm going to need to do my best to remember it. So, are you done with sending out the documents? Wait a sec. I just have one more to be sent to Misty Shore University. And then we have The Weapon of a God, Part 4. Calibloom, 9,050 meters above sea level, Temple of Earth. Oh my god, everyone. Come out and look. Asha's here. The A++ genius magician Asha Rahiro's here. What, really? Why would Asha come here? Who knows, but go down if you want to see her. It's the second important visitor within 2 days. Is there something big happening? Hey, look at her. She's only around 20, but she's so calm even in front of the priest. She even only nodded when she said hello. Anyway, she's so good looking. Different from the photo though, right? That photo's from 3 years ago. What? She's looking over here. She looked at me. My god. I think she was looking at me. No, me. Please understand, it's not easy for people to go down the temple, so they do not get to spend so much time in the city. Along with that, we don't have too many visitors either. So it's always like that when any famous magician comes by. Sierra Seas... Yeah, I'll say Sierra Seas for now. It might be pronounced differently. I'll maybe have to look it up or something, or if anybody wants to correct me on the pronunciations of any of this stuff, if you want to send me the original Hangul for any of these names and I can just read it myself, anything like that, just let me know. So it's always like that when any famous magician comes by. And then Priest of Calibloom, Earth. Anyway, how'd you get here by yourself, Asha? You don't have an Earth attribute, so you couldn't have used Bavati Kubera to fly up, and it's a little difficult to get here by using Hoti Kubera. I used Hoti Vayu. And then, wait, you used Hoti Vayu to get here? Wow, she came up using Hoti Vayu. She's a genius for sure. Why would you use such a dangerous spell? The calculation interruption could kill you when you use Hoti Vayu around here. Let's talk somewhere else. I'm getting distracted by those people. I think we should have a cup of tea somewhere quiet while we wait for the rest of my party to arrive. You have a party. Why didn't you bring them with you? Because the greater the mass, the greater the error in calculation. Here, with the calculation interruption, I can only teleport myself. Anything more will be risky. Safely teleporting yourself is still amazing. So again, we're seeing just how good Asha is. That though she can't take everyone, It's crazy just that she can teleport herself in these conditions. Hoti Vayu's known as the suicide spell around here. Then how's the rest of your party getting up here? I'm not sure either. But since they don't have much skills, I think they're crawling up here. And we have it snowing as they just are dragging themselves up. You're 8,000 meters above sea level. The Temple of Earth values tradition, so we do not aid the climbing of visitors apart from weekly snow clearing operations. The temple's not in any way responsible for accidents which occur during visits. Temple of Earth. And then is it difficult to visit the temple? Then learn Bhavati Kubera. Bhavati Kubera speed learning and speed learning course or class, I'm assuming. 1 month, 50/0.00. There is no refund. In case of failure to learn the spell within the time. Private Maryhorn Magic Academy, Caliplume Branch. Bhavati Kubera. Not sure what it is, but it's number 1 on my list of spells I need to learn. Whoa, how far is 8,000 meters? This'll not be easy. I managed to come this far using my bracelet, but I must have used up all my vigor since it won't turn on anymore. Wow, it's cold. I hardly ever say I'm cold, but this place is really cold. The water channel was only cool. Heartless Asha, you should have given me some clothes at least. And then he thinks about his wing and then uses it. It looks disgusting, or thinks about using it at the very least. And then, sure as it look like birds, especially the white and red one. I'll never forget. I'm gonna kill it. I'll kill it with my own hands. I will for sure. Is there any way to charge this thing faster? Please turn on. I'm hungry. And she's shaking the bracelet. Yuta, aren't you cold? You do look less cold since you're wearing pants. And then his cloak blows up in the wind to show that he's not wearing a shirt. But that cloak doesn't look warm at all. I'm not cold at all. Don't worry, he writes. Really? I guess halves don't get cold, huh? The bracelet turned on. I don't know how long it'll last, so we should get going fast before it turns off again. Then, it's nice here, right? No matter how cold it gets outside, it's always warm inside the temple, or here inside the temple. You'll lose track of time watching the scenery from here like this. I don't know why people get sick of being in the temple when this place is so nice. Did I tell you? We had a visitor yesterday who was almost as famous as you, Asha. Sorry to interrupt, priest. And we've had this hint twice. But I have something to tell you before the rest of my party gets here. God-level item of God Kubera, the Golden Knight. Do you know where it is right now? And we get cliffhung on that. That's a cool cliffhanger. Okay, so we are having some stuff happen with the Golden Knight. Okay, very cool. Really good chapter. Once again, all of these were really good. I think my favorite was episode 14. Episode 15's not that far behind, but episode 14, I think is... Did I say that wrong? Episode 15's not that far behind, but episode 14 is my favorite of these. That was so good. That was so fun. But all 4 of these were really amazing. I absolutely loved it. Again, it's like 12:30 a.m. It's after midnight now. So I need to go get this all edited, rendered, uploaded for you all. So I'm going to go do that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this stuff. So I hope you enjoyed watching it and joining me for the reaction. Like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters and my first thoughts and reaction to them. Subscribe for more Kubera, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it is free and open for anyone. Trying to think. If you want to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks down below, it would be very appreciated. But if you want to not just support, help me keep making videos, but also get your name at the end of every video, get One Piece videos a little bit early, then you can join to become a channel member just right down below the video, or go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description. to become a patron. Thank you to people who are already patrons and channel members. Thank you so much to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls, FR Nono, Abyss Knight, JA and DD Ban, Cheriton Students, David Langstaff and Folded Ghoul, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element Paterial. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.